Hello and welcome back to U-45 Morning Show. It's now time for us to get to the front burner issue, and we're actually having this conversation with a young Nigerian. Well, the focus for us is youth and unemployment, and we're actually having a deep dive into the 10 digital skills for 2021. Now, our guest in the studio here, Ganiyu Idris, will look at it from one front while we bring our guest via a phone conversation this morning. She's actually a female entrepreneur running in the digital space. I got to find out that she does several things from web designing to blogging, XYZ. And I say to her, how come we don't have a lot of women in this particular space? When women hear coding and the rest, they just, okay, it's a male-dominated industry, but it will surprise you what's going to happen today. And we're saying to you, you have an opportunity to lend your voice on the show as well. Tell us what you think about youth and unemployment in Nigeria currently, and what government and the private sector could do to get young people into the space to become more productive, looking at the population of young people that are not employed currently. Let's get to you, Idris. Before I start, I was having a conversation with Bukola Techpreneur, who is actually a mechanical engineer, but he has done several certifications in the industry, and he is one of Nigerians that I've seen that is talking about artificial intelligence in engineering. I'll get your thought on that. But for now, let's bring our first guest to join us virtually. We have IT Sax. That's what we call her in her entertainment space. But when we get into the part that she's an entrepreneur, we call her IT Omeke, an IT expert. IT, good morning. IT, if you can hear me, good morning.
Chris, I can hear you.
Yes,
Good morning,
have to speak
Mr. Chris.
into
Can
your
you hear
phone.
me?
I can barely hear you in the studio. I don't know if my guests can hear you. Good morning once again.
Hello?
Yeah. IT, we can hear you very well, but let's just try and carry on this conversation. So, first of all, Happy New Year to you and, of course, to your family. This conversation is going to be straight up. I just want to, first of all, get your thoughts about women in the IT space. What's your evaluation about women playing in the information communication and telecommunication sector? Let's get to evaluation first.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me on air. From my evaluation, most women shy away from digital communication, from IT, and from anything related to that sector because they feel it's a man's world. Anyway, it is actually an interesting sector if you, as a woman, want to make you want to create solutions that solve people's problems on a daily basis. So my observation has been that they do not delve into it, and it's a sector that is very, very, interesting, a new and promising sector that if they get into, they will make a whole lot of impact. Sectors like content writing,
yes, go ahead.
social media marketing, search engine optimization, web development, programming, and automation marketing. There are a whole lot of things that women can come into and bring their multitasking skills to play.
Interesting. Thank you.
So that's what I've observed.
Okay, so I want to thank you for establishing. We actually have a guest in the studio. He is your industry colleague. Ganiyu Idris is the name. He's going to be breaking down most of these things you've mentioned because while you were enumerating those areas, he was just giving a nod to them in concurrence with what you're saying. But let's quickly look at the fact that most times people don't understand that IT is needed, or the digital skills are needed in almost all the sector now. Back then, when you hear agriculture, people just tell you the hoes and the cutlasses. But now, we see people not even getting close to the farm. They are in some room somewhere providing services for the farmers at a distance. Can you share with us sectors where digital skills or IT skills can be used? Haven't enumerated some of those that one can actually get.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. Amazingly, like you just said, digital skills are used in every sector. In government, in agriculture, in entertainment. Digital skills are required. Because right now, the world has gone global. So we don't, from home, we can make impact. Like, you can live stream. There are a whole lot of things that are going on currently. So, like, skills that have digital impact, digital skills are required are, like you just said, in agriculture, in entertainment, in farming, in trading, in all the sectors of the economy.
Great.
As long as there is a good to be sold, a service to be rendered, then it's required.
Fantastic.
Internal management too.
Okay.
Of the company or the business. Digital skills are also required. So that's what I've noticed.
Okay. Lastly, I would like you to just give a charge to young ladies out there. We know when people write their JAMB, there is this fear to go IT related. What are your advice that beyond going to a university, one can pick up short courses or programs to get these digital skills?
Okay, my advice in this regard is this. I believe our educational system should be adjusted and looked into. Most digital skills are not available in the university courses.
Conventional institutions.
And these are things that, yes, you can actually use 4 years to learn. You know, so that should be adjusted. And women should not shy away from courses like computer science, English, and other courses that can actually help guide you into digital skills. But the digital skills courses are often taken, online, and a few schools like NIT and other infrastructures that are available from private institutions. So yes, they should go all out and get these skills and give themselves an edge in this economy.
All right, so let me take the last question. You are a mother, which brings me to the fact that sometimes parents are the ones that makes us miss it. Permit me to say that, but if I'm not correct, you are a parent, you can let me know better. How did you get into the IT space? Was this a parental push or it happened accidental? Just give us like 120 seconds of your story, how you got into it, and can you share the several skills you have in the digital and IT space?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chris. From my experience actually was that I read accounting in school. And when I came out of school, it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I got into an organization and I was employed in the ICT section as an accountant. And as I was working, I realized that my schedule in accounting was just keep the book, balance the book, push the book, make payments, come back, keep the book, balance the book. It was boring. So when I started seeing what my colleagues were doing, I got interested. And I started taking courses. And my boss was very encouraging. And he kept pushing me, to read up, to get more information. So even when I left the organization and moved to another organization, it was from glory to glory. So before I now started my own company 8 years ago, and we've been doing excellent things in web development, in programming, in digital marketing as a whole. So we create software and solutions for banks, companies, and, internal project management software, that help businesses run properly and reach out to the outside world.
Interesting fact.
Yes.
Well,
So
I'm actually excited you're sharing this because more women need to understand that there are rooms for this. And the interesting fact is that you can do these IT services from home. And you are one of those success stories. Yes, we'll allow you now to tend to the kids at home. I can understand that you still need to double work and, of course, do what is required at home again as a mother. Many thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's do this again. Thank you. Okay, so that was IT SARS. I call her SARS a lot because she plays the saxophone. Okay. Interesting fact. Even with her IT skills, we've seen her do a lot as a mother. Let's pick up from where she left. What are your, first of all, evaluation of the things she said?
Okay, actually, let me begin by giving a real definition of what digital skills or online skills are. So, because it's still like a mirage, like a myth to some people. So, any skills that you can learn virtually without seeing anybody, or that you can learn by leveraging on the internet. So, and you can be practiced by leveraging on the internet. That you can exchange services with people and make money in return is by leveraging on the internet is referred to as online or digital skills. So these skills, you don't have to see your client or your customer face to face. So anybody you're working with face to face until a business is being run, until this is being sold. So mostly all these skills are being referred to as digital skills, online skills, digital marketing, online marketing, and the likes. So and there are so many. One of the features is that it is a soft work. Soft work being in the sense that it restricts a form of seeing each other from communication and the likes.
Okay. So social distancing is a good one.
It's a good one. In fact, one of the things that happened, one of the best things that happened to the digital digital entrepreneur people was 2020 COVID-19. So some people were indoor, couldn't attend work. Why some people they leverage on that to work more? They have enough time to be at home to work. So some people are freelance. They work with international clients. They have more time to sit at home to work, to do the work, and they have more time for the work and they make more money during the COVID-19. So I have some people that say that.
Ganiyu Idris, it's important to establish this thing from a point of problem to the point of solution. Okay. Now she enumerated some things, but let's quickly hit first of all because we'll have that time to actually look at you breaking down most of the things she said, which you are about to rephrase, SEOs and the rest. Let's quickly talk about the unemployment challenges first. What's your take about internship? Most times when young people hear internship, they say, oh, I can't do it. I can't intern for someone. They are not going to pay me XYZ. With your experience, did you ever intern? If yes, please share quickly with us. Okay. However, if not, what's your take on?
Let me start from the rate of unemployment. Yeah. So in the next 5 years in Nigeria, I never see the rate of unemployment declining. Like I never say that it will decline, or rather it will increase.
Because there is a population explosion.
Population explosion. More students are going to school. More people are graduating, and there is no job. But my advice to the youth is that they should get themselves prepared. They shouldn't wait for government. They have everything it takes to make it. Nigeria, people may complain that Nigeria is bad, but despite the fact, if somebody has the opinion that is going to make it here in Nigeria, it's going to make it real big. So the reason the students should not wait until they graduate from school before they start preparing for the outside world. So I do tell my juniors in school, my junior ones, my people still in school right now, so that before you come out of school, find something to do, particularly digital skills. Most people you meet in school will become your client once you're after school.
Interesting.
And apart from that, you will have leverage as a student. You collect pocket money from home. You have some resources. You can easily call your brother and uncle to give you some money. You can practice business and fail while you are in school. So, and like school should that's one of the mistakes I made. That's why it's still paying me. But I thank God that I did a little politics in school, so just to fill some gaps actually. So why in school they should prepare for the outside world before they graduate. So, and while they are serving, they should prepare that they may not get job after finishing service, so that they will have prepared their mind, that they will have been working towards what they will have been doing. So, because it will be like, where do I start from? I read a joke online that some people will always some people used to think of starting church because they don't know where to start after service. So that's a little joke people used to say that now we are done from service. So should I go and start church? So that's one of the way they can prepare themselves against the high unemployment rates in Nigeria. So it is not a new. People do tell us why we're in school that guy outside work is not easy, but we used to think it's a joke. Not until I started serving.
The reality now faced you.
The reality now faced me, and one of my major goal during service years is to get a digital skill, to get a highly profitable skill.
Let's quickly get that. Your digital skill, because you are a biochemist by certification in the University of Ilorin, but you currently present yourself as a digital expert, providing services, training, and the rest. Let's talk about what you did with the NYSC, because now you just shared the fact that if you miss it during the 4-year or 5-year program in the university or polytechnic or any of the tertiary institution, you have a 1-year NYSC period. Share your story with us.
And one thing about my story may be different from other people's story actually. Yeah. But one thing is just that where we are coming from determines where we'll be. So particularly, I come from a very humble family. So then I was like, I spent 4 years in school. And I checked some people that are making it top. Some people are SUG presidents. And they are good business people while on school. So, and they didn't come from a wealthy family. I myself, I didn't do enough politics like them. I didn't become a SUG president. And I couldn't do businesses. So some things unfilled my eyes at the final part of my university. So, and also, I think I'm done with my university now. I think doing my NYSC, I must find all means to learn. Before I finally not that I just started digital marketing, immediately doing service. I tried several other things, didn't work. So I didn't find passion in them.
You want to share some of them?
Well, I started, I think the first thing I did was to sell that data, to do some cryptocurrency, but I think this thing is not giving me enough joy, like so much. Then I started a little bit to practice natural. One of my friends is doing really well in natural medicine. So then he advised me to join. But the passion is not just there. Or someone just say, I should read a particular ebook about online marketing. I was like, no. I read the book, I said, this is what I wanted. So I even paid somebody, the person didn't give me what I wanted until I now met.
Training-wise,
one thing is just that the road we don't all this month. Lagos to Ibadan is not just a straight line. So I met some people. They will tell
bad spots.
They will tell you this is just bring a little amount. We'll teach you. You pay them. They won't teach you anything. So I met some people online, but until I now say, I think I now met some mentors, some people who now gave me the guidelines. So and you also mentioned something about internship. That yes. People always shy away from internship. I used to tell people that at the earlier stage of their life, they should cast off their mind from money at first. They should go for service and development.
Service and development.
Service means they need to serve some people. Like there are two ways people can let's say can go to the top, can go to where they are going. One of them is just by paying their way. Like you use money to buy resources. You use it. But many of our youths, particularly myself when I was starting, I actually don't have money. I just have the hope and determination. So I served some people and they gave me the knowledge in return. That's what I say, service. And then I didn't look at my goal is just that, what do I want to learn? These are things I want to learn. Also, I can afford a little bit of money to be buying things, to be buying more courses, to be doing this, to be doing that. So internship is good if you see somebody doing well in what you can do. If you can become the person PA, don't expect money. Don't expect any money. So at least you are still young. You don't have any more family to cater for. But now, it may be, truth is always very hard. So, but if you see people doing well, there are some people that I just wish I can just be there, let's say, to be just doing some service for them. So that at least I'll be learning one or two things. I'll be asking some questions. How can I do this? Because they've been far where I'm going. So, and I can't afford to buy their courses because always very, very expensive.
Now, Idris, because we're discussing internship at this point, before we get into him sharing the 10 digital skill he has for us today, okay. I'd like to reiterate this particular story I shared with one of our guests before. I did find and apply that in the University of Nigeria. So, graduating with my peers, my third and final year in school, I was focusing more on the institution's radio station. That was where I got my media talking skills from. Like you said, I was following someone that is a DJ in the radio station to the studio. So whenever the gentleman was about to sign out, he just say, Chris, make a shout out to our listeners. I would just do that. That was where I started honing my craft to speak. That's on one side. We were schoolmates, but he is the disc jockey in the radio station. Where am I going to? My classmates were focusing more on the art that we were studying. Most of them became animators. Today they do services for brands. You see the animation we see in movies and in adverts. Most of them are my peers when we're in school. Now, where am I driving at? There is a young man that is like my protege. He used to come to my room while I was in my secondary school and university days to see where I do my art on the decks. Very small boy then. So he got into Yaba College of Technology. He studied art. While he was going to do his internship, he called me and said, bros, please, I want to intern. Do you have someone I just have a long list. You did art, of course. I have my guys in the animation world. I called one of my friends that, I have someone like a brother that I would like to intern. He went for the internship. Guess what happened? Why he started his internship, the first 6 months, the CEO of the company said, no, this gentleman cannot be an intern. He was employed.
At a young age.
So what we're driving this conversation to balance is just for us to, I wanted to nip the internship part on the board so that if you're watching and you're a young person or you are uncle or aunt somewhere, you can advise someone, please go to our YouTube channel, pick up this video, play it back to them or send them the link to watch. It's very, very important. Exactly. That was how the young man became, in fact, you know what? After 6 months into the job again, there was a review upward. He started earning in 6 digits. This is the one I just finished his OND and was going to intern before he does anything, probably go back for it. Now he's not interested in going back to his HND. He's picking up short courses online and he's moving forward.
Professional courses.
As an animator.
Exactly.
So, back to what you're saying. Let's quickly dwell on mentor for 2 minutes. Do you have a mentor?
I have mentors.
Oh, great, in different fields.
And I also have role models.
Oh,
so
I never knew you were going to say that because most times people conflict role models and mentors. Exactly. We're saying this because we're looking at youth and unemployment and some of the springboards that can bring youth into employment opportunities, what I want to achieve. Give us an example of a role model and that of a mentor quickly.
In this field that I am personally, so one of my mentors is Akin Alabi. Akin Alabi is one of the big guns. So in the digital marketing forum in the space. So it's from Ibadan, same town as I am. Then he's presently a federal honorable now in Abuja. So representing the Igbeda area. So it's one of my mentor. Then we have Ronald Zimura. So then we have Tony Motor Show. John Obidi is there. So I have several mentors, and some of them I've learned under them physically. Some of them I'm also able to watch to learn from them virtually,
from a distance.
online. Some of them I read their books. Then I also have role models. So the role models are people I just say in the next, I want to be like this. So I may not necessarily learn from them, but I'm just thinking, I like this person,
this personality,
the way he carry himself. So I think I'm aspiring to be like this. Great. So on and so I have
interesting fact. So okay, so our viewers now, you can feel free to join the conversation. Our lines are open. You want to call and share 1 or 2 with us. You want to ask questions on how you can even get digitally empowered. We have someone here who might be ready to do some pro bono service and tutelage to you. You never can tell how it starts. Let's get to the matter proper now. Let's look at 10 digital skills that young people can get in 2021.
Okay.
You just smiled. I think you like this.
Well, talking is my thing.
Okay.
So, but I hardly have time to talk. I hardly have the opportunity to talk because
you've
always been
more
on
the work. No, wow, interesting. So we're actually privileged to have pulled you out of your decks and bring you to the studio to
exactly.
share.
So I used to tell my colleague one thing that information is very important. So and because many of us didn't have access to information, so it is a pain in the neck for nearly all of us. So till now, some people say they are not aware of digital skills and the like. So I'll be speaking on 10 digital skills that are very good for anybody to learn, and I'll also tell them the myths and the misconceptions about it, so that they won't get it wrong. So and I'll give a definition of what digital skills are. So in the first place, then I'll also be telling them I'll be speaking on the importance of having a digital skills. So in this Nigerian situation, one of the skills anybody can get. Okay, let me quickly give a little story. during the days of my forefathers, if you didn't join military, you're not a man enough. So military is what they used to be a standard. I think during the days of my father, if you're not working in the industry, like you didn't finish job or work in a company, you're not a man enough. But during my whole time now, it's a skill.
So if you don't have a digital skill, you're not man enough.
It's not necessarily a digital skill. It's a skill.
Okay, you need to have a skill.
No matter the work you are doing, you need to have a skill. So maybe for side this, side that, so you need to have a skill. If you didn't have a skill apart from what you are doing, so
there is trouble somewhere.
There may be trouble somewhere. So one of the skills anybody can get, at least, because things changes, so century changes. The one of the leading skills anybody can get now, so is the digital skills. Okay. And some of the advantages of these digital skills is that you may not rely on the government. There are chances that you may survive on your own without the government. There are high chances that you may survive on your own without the government. That's number one. Number two, these skills are not very, very difficult to learn. Everything is difficult, right? Consistency, for you to be focused on the likes, but they are not very, very difficult to learn. Once you have a role model, a mentor, you give your time, you study, you do this, you practice and the likes. Because I used to tell my junior brother that rather for me to, maybe when I gave birth to, rather for me to send my distance to college, to university and the likes, I would have 10 years to go and spend 4 years in China to learn artificial intelligence. So then you didn't actually need a certificate to practice, and that is very, very important. Either you are schooled or you are not schooled. You can practice the digital skills and you'll be earning way more than who is certified. So because people will talk about what you can do, they won't talk about what you have as a certificate. So that's the second importance of this thing. And the third one is that they require little equipment, little industries. I mean little facilities. Okay. Little resources.
You don't need too much assets for you to be able to run.
One of the major things you need is that you need a laptop. In some cases, or in most cases, you need a laptop. And you need a phone. The phone is compulsory, a mobile phone that can access the internet. And you need a good internet service so that you can access the internet for everything. And the fourth thing you need, which you don't have to provide, is your interest. You need to have a high interest. That this is what this thing I'm going into. I want to make sure that in the next 1 year, next 6 months, I should be known with this.
I should be proficient to a point.
That is personal. So those are the things you need: a laptop, a mobile phone, and a good internet connection.
Then lastly, your interest.
Your interest. So you don't need to say, oh, you don't need to have an office. You don't need to. So all that thing may come late. If you may not even do it, and you'll be very good on your own. You may work. These are things you can do in your bedroom.
So your boxer.
Your boxers. Many of us, I visit some of my mentors, so that I just go to their house and say, okay, we'll sit down like this face to face.
And they'll be working. And they're working.
Some will put in boxers. They will be working, and they are good with it, making calls. And what they are doing is entirely legal, entirely legit.
I like the fact that you brought the legal part of it, because most times when people hear digital skill and using laptop, there is this issue around.
No, I said I'll bring out the meat and misconceptions.
Okay, great.
So people will call you Yahoo when you are starting out. Because they don't know that.
Because you're always indoor.
Because they don't know better. It took me a while of time to convince my mom, my parents, because leaving universities, serving, and I say I don't want to do this. I'll be burning foil, putting on generator, opening laptop, buying data. They don't see me as doing as anyone serious until some time later.
When the revenue started coming in, of course.
So until some time later. So that's the third thing. You actually, it requires a little set of apparatus and the likes. So you don't need to employ staff to get it kicked off the ground. So those are some of the advantages. And one of the major advantages is that if you have a digital skills, you may practice anywhere in the world. So like a carpenter now, Nigerian carpenter cannot go to UK to go and become a carpentry. Maybe he will have to, even bricklayer in Ibadan cannot come here to work in Lagos. He will have to be trained again on some areas. You have to be skilled, you have to upgrade. But digital skills, Facebook advertisements in Nigeria, Facebook advertisements in UK. So anywhere I am in the world, I can practice. All I need is my good internet connection, my phone, and my laptop, and I'm good to go. So anywhere you are, you can practice. So you can be in Nigeria, have a client you are working with, maybe as a freelance in UK or in South Africa, and you are good to go. So digital is digital anywhere in the world. We all speak the same language, and that's one of the benefits.
Interesting. Fantastic. Okay, so let's now get into them proper now. You want to enumerate them?
So I will be talking on some of the digital skills anybody can learn. and learning, focusing, and doing it the right way will actually give you some money. And without considering your age, you may be 20, you may be 19, you may be lesser than that. Nobody cares. It's about how skilled you are. And you may be 45, you may be 50. I've worked with a man of 55 years old that is trying to learn. So though the pace at the person will grab may be slow, but grabbing, it will either sooner than later the person will grab. And I know a man which is 60 years old, as old as 55 to 60 years old, still practicing this same job. So he has been using it to feed entirely of all his family. So if Akin Alabi can become a federal honorable today, and he started way off just doing his services as I also started. So and if today is federal honorable, so maybe he'll become a governor of Lagos. Maybe Akin Alabi will become a governor of Lagos or Ibadan State. Yeah, I'll be sorry, or your state sometimes to come. His career is digital marketing. So everybody knows Akin Alabi today.
Great.
So on my list here, the 4 skills I'll be talking about that anybody can have access to, anybody can learn is the first one is copywriting.
Copywriting.
Yes, many of us may have been hearing of this and that. So what is copywriting in perspective? Copywriting means, okay, let me give a scenario. Like now, for everything you want to sell, there will be description for it. If you want to sell a wristwatch, you need somebody to help you articulate the features of the wristwatch, the price, this and that. So that, because this thing, people are not going to go and buy it from you physically. They will see it online and place order. But what do you have to articulate together that will convince them to buy? That will earn these people, the interest, the trust that this thing I'm putting my money upon actually worth it.
Okay, for instance, let me cite an example if you're going to hire me as a copywriter. So this Ganiyu Idris wristwatch actually is waterproof. You can use it under the water for a minimum of 2 hours. It has synthetic leather. The buttons and the knobs are actually gold plated.
Actually, you're trying.
I'm trying. Okay,
you only need a little. Let me say, you need to polish it. To furnish it
more.
And to practice more.
Great.
The best way to be good.
So I'm trainable.
Everybody's trainable.
Oh, great.
Training is about interest. If you have the interest to get what you want, you get it.
Great.
So, and one thing is that how to be good at what you are doing is to keep on doing it. No matter how bad you are, you become good one day.
Okay,
so,
great.
So as I was saying, you need some people to give a description about it. Because people that want to buy, they won't come to your shop, they won't come to your office, they will place order online. It will be delivered to them where they are. And you will only receive a lot. So who will help you craft out the sales copy? They call it sales copy for the product. Who will help you to craft out the sales copy or the sales page? People will say they will be convinced. Like now, maybe you have some favorite people that write newspapers. So you would like some people's style of writing because it always wow you. So we have some people like that in copywriting. So and it's not only limited for. Some people like on website now. There are some things people used to write on this and that. People that specialize in writing crafty message to compel people to write, to persuade them to buy from people or to make people to render their service. So they are called copywriters. So the act of doing that is copywriting.
So there is a skill
it's
called
an highly
copywriting.
Paid skill. It's an highly paid skills. So it's an highly Ona Dezimora is one of the best copywriters in Nigeria. So he's based in Lagos. It's an highly skilled and highly valuable copywriter in Nigeria. So and if you have the skill, you don't need to be working. The good thing about this skill is that you may not even practice with Nigerians, with Lagosians, with everybody. You may take it international. There's some platform that you can exchange your services for money. Oyinbo will pay you. You will exchange to them legally. So I'll also be mentioning.
I like what you're putting legally. Let's continue.
I'll also be mentioning some of this side. Maybe in the later on, I'll be mentioning that. Okay. So the act of doing that, persuading people through a copy to make sales, to buy, to render service is called copywriting. So then that is the first one. Then the second skill I'll be talking about is e-commerce.
E-commerce.
So I do e-commerce very well. E-commerce is also known as internet commerce. So internet means the internet, the commerce means sales, buying and sales. So where the commerce means is that right now in this world we are looking for comfort more than any other thing. We want to be comfortable with whatever we are doing. So people don't have to go to the market to go and buy. No. People just want things to be delivered to them at their doorstep and they will check it's okay and they will pay and that's all. So but how can you make people to see things, to say they want to buy? How will you be able to know that this is what people want to buy at a particular time? So how will we be able to do such a research to that extent that, oh, this citrus or let's say this shoes, if I place it in the particular part of Nigeria, people will already say they want to buy. And people are doing this thing legally and they are making a great living from it. So from this e-commerce, particularly we youth, not only youth, but majority of the youth. So, and that itself has reduced a high percentage from the cyber crime. So because people now do that very well. Rather than they can do e-commerce, they can learn it. So then, and some of the things people can sell on the internet, as you mentioned wristwatches, and now people are going as high to sell land on the internet.
Yes,
so
interesting fact.
So to sell land, to sell clothes, to sell drugs, pharmaceutical drugs. So people buy it, they use it, they give confession, they sell courses. I will talk about how to sell courses too. So they sell courses. So, but anything that you're selling that is of physical product is what we call e-commerce. If it's physical, people can see it. It is e-commerce. So, and many of the things you can sell, you can source them locally or internationally. Like get them from China, from UK, majorly China. You get them at cheaper products. You bring them to Nigeria. You sell them at high or fair prices that it will be enough for you to make your gain.
Get your profit.
So your profit. What you have to do is just to set up the funnel. How people will see the advert, how they will pay online, or how they are going to pay when they receive the product. So you have to set, but everything is learnable. But that's why it is called skill. It's learnable. So you just have to have an expert, then pay for mentorship or for training, then you'll be good to go. Then you can source this product internationally, as I mentioned, China. I can also source them locally. So from some markets, baggy markets in Ibadan, Alaba market, Idumota market, Ibutero market, several markets like that. So you just have to know what to sell at a particular time and how to go about it. So that's
so
what
you don't need to really own. You don't need to have plenty money. You need a platform where people can see something they want to buy.
One thing is that now we are in the world of leverage. We just have to know what to leverage upon and how to leverage on it. So why I say that is that in some 10, let's say 20 years back now, traders are people that own shops and sell shops. So my mom owns shops in Baggy Market. So I work with her. I work with her several. So that's how to make sales. But now you don't have to own a shop. You don't have to own a shop, but you have to You have to own something that is similar to shop.
A virtual shop.
That's what we call a website. So that's what we call it. Having a website is just like having a shop online where people will just come. Oh, I see something. They will enter your website just as if they enter your shop. They will see everything they want. But just as this one is automated.
From their home, they don't need to take a transport.
It is automated. It is automated. Some people will call you. Oh, I just ordered for something. Can I receive it today because I'm leaving Lagos? Oh, madam, you can receive it today. Now, how do you do? It has been automated. So the world is going digital, and more sales are being made online now than physical. Even people that own shops now, they are looking for somebody that will help them to go digital, to do this,
take that.
To take their physical shop to digital. But my advice to them is that if they can learn it by themselves, they should learn it by themselves. And if they can hire someone, they should hire someone.
Great.
So, but the world is going digital. And one thing about the world is not just that. The world is not going the way we want it to go. The world always have a way it revolves. Our world is just adapt by the world. So if the world is going digital, then we have to go digital too. So that is the second skill. So e-commerce, sourcing for products internationally or locally, selling on the internet. So for people to buy. So the third skills I'll be talking about is what we call information marketing.
Information marketing.
Or info marketing. Okay. Like now, many of us, I used to, as I said earlier, that because lack of information has made us to suffer more than lack of knowledge. So because if you have information about what to do, then it's as good as having knowledge about what to do. Then the only thing that's just is taking action to go forward. Like now, let's say you are for instance, let's say you are a program, you are a public speaker. You have interest in public speaking. You can train people, but people always come and meet you one-on-one. They pay you, you train them, but you think you can do better. Doing better, you can leverage on the internet to sell your knowledge of public speaking. And people will be willing and very grateful to pay you for it. I said the word is a leverage. What we have to focus on is a leverage. There's digital marketers, online marketers, we leverage on digital platforms like Facebook, like Twitter, like Instagram. So how can people be trained on how to leverage on it? How can they know the way out? So like if you're a public speaker, you can just package a course. It can be a written course. It can be in form of ebook, or it can be in form of video courses. It can be in form of podcast, that is an audio.
Audio voiced.
So, but you just have to, let's say, three ways on how to earn for a top. Let me just just want to give a topic. 3 ways on how to make at least. I don't want to give a figure because this is live. So 3 ways on how to earn 6 figures through public speaking.
Great.
That you just by Chris. So people will say, "Oh, I've been dying to this. I have this passion for public speaking." Then you just articulate, give them one-on-one. People will buy. If you compile it in an ebook, just like make it to be not to be too bulky. Essential information should be there, so that it should be straight to the point, to be helpful for them. You don't even have to be a public. Let's say it will be good if you're a public speaker, but you can also do some researches extending from your own field. So do research and come down. Do research for people, and you are leveraging on what you can. Your ability to work more than others, and people will pay you for that. That is it. Like you can do a book on diabetes, 3 steps to reduce diabetes, type 2 diabetes.
The research are there.
Within 6 months, research are there. You just put to access. My grandfather died in the early 2000s. If my grandfather was told that in the next 20 years people will be doing call, like people in UK will be doing call with a Nigerian, you'll be seeing each other like this, you won't believe. Because phones are not working by that time. Yes, now phones are not working by that time. Even to call audio without, it's not working.
Absolutely.
But now internet has come. And Gary Vee said the best thing that has happened to this generation is the internet. The best thing that has ever happened to 5G is coming. 5G means a doctor can be telling people how to operate in Nigeria. The doctor in UK, course that part, do this, teach that part. Because it will be it will be like 4G.
Yeah.
So how can we leverage on this? So go and access the information, derive what you need from it. It's just the passion to do this thing that we lack, or the action to do it. So you do that, you compile it, write it down, you type it by yourself. You can design an e-book by yourself. You can design the cover by yourself. You can use Canva.
Yes,
just a mobile app to do that. So and it will be very, very clean. I also talking about that in this thing. You compile it, you find a way to sell. You can sell it organically. So on Facebook, just post it. People will buy. Or you can boost it by paid advertisement. You just pay me. You pay Facebook or you pay a particular platform to make sure that it's being shown to high numbers of people. And
more eyeballs.
But if you create an ebook now, you sell it for 1,000 naira and you're able to reach, let's say, 100 people this year. Even this year, let's just say this year. I don't want to say a month. This year, at least, you can still say that same thing next year. What you have to do, just maybe you have to give it, add some things to it. You still continue to say for the next 10 years. How to make money from public speaking will be like that till the end of the year. And it may not only be on that. You can how a man can satisfy his wife on bed can be what people are looking for information to be better in some other ways. So those are things that anybody can write upon. So like myself now, how anybody can earn from e-commerce, how anybody can make money from e-commerce within. So I can just people will get interest on it. So that's about information marketing. You look for a particular problem people are having. You find a way to find solution to it. You now compile it in a way that can be accessible for them. So either through ebook is okay.
Podcast.
Either podcast that is audio, or either a video. That they can sit down to watch. Like to me, I can say, okay, how to run Facebook, 5 steps to run an highly converting Facebook advertisement. People want to learn Facebook, they don't know how to run an advert. But my own is just to find the time to create the course because the knowledge is already there. It's already there with you. So if I can combine the people will buy, that's for sure.
Okay, so Idris, hold your thoughts. We just got to where we'll take a break. I think we need to get some glass of water again. Idris Ganiyu is with us in the studio looking at 10 digital skills, and of course we're looking at youth issues and unemployment in Nigeria. Today, he just gave us 3. Let me try and reiterate that. Copywriting is one of the ones he's enumerated. The second one is actually e-commerce, and the third is information marketing. We're getting to point number 10, and of course, this is one episode you don't want to miss. Like I said, you can call the lines when we come back from this break. Do join us again.
Man and woman who get sense pass.
The woman get sense because everything they tell man and they do.
Their sense is just be like afar brain.
If thief no get sense, he no go tell Adam say come shop apple.
We get them own button self.
They know say they behave like rats somehow. But we will be the man, I will be the cat.
Yeah, who tell you say good?
How you say our Nigerian rice?
Me, I know they chop rice, so now bad they chop.
Now, kuta wora.
It's good. We are improving.
Just take 1 spoon of rice, put it in your mouth. Before you know it, if you do you ka, another one, ka, another one, ka.
While Lagosians not they gree use crossover bridge.
The thing too big well. That means they know they use them. And they clamber like this, then they go up and down.
Now laziness they cause am.
Now one for them for Lagos. So
Government do this thing because of our we.
Because of our
Yeah, your own.
Na Super Scream TV they happen.
Welcome back to the final lap for U-45 Morning Show today, the TBT edition. I mean, the Throwback Thursday edition, of course. And we'll trace back to opportunities that actually are available, but sometimes we don't actually give interest to it. It's actually 10 digital skills that we're looking at today. And of course, it was born out of youth and unemployment. And we have Ganiyu Idris with us in the studio, who is a techpreneur. Ganiyu, let's move to the fourth one. Have we enumerated 3 skills available thus far? You started from copywriting, you moved on to e-commerce, now you shared information marketing. Let's move to the fourth one.
The first one is what me and you know. So, but we just only we take it so nicely anyway. So that's what we call graphic design. Graphic design. So graphic design may be maybe graphic design to let me use the word layman. I'm sorry to use a layman, but to people that are professional in it, they know what a graphic design is. It has gone beyond just designing graphics. As you mentioned earlier, we have it can be done in form of animation. So and now the word is digital skills has been simplified, or let me say has been put to a particular form to the extent that with your mobile phone you can design the graphics. You can design animation. Last year, I did a training for some people, online and physical training in Bagara on how people can use their mobile phones to design animation. And so I trained them for a while, and they kick-started. Then one of my students I enrolled in, was my student while I was serving in Kaduna. The guy now he can make some comedy with animation, and the guy now owns a YouTube channel. He just finished secondary school last year, so he's still quite very young. So that's one of the advantage of digital skills. No matter your age, you just have to know. You have to know how to leverage on this. So it's as simple as that.
And the interesting thing is that most of our young people have wonderful Android devices that can do this.
You know, one thing about the internet is that if you are not using it, it is using you. If you are not making money from it, then you are losing money to it. So, like now, many people, I myself, I don't, except for the type of work I do, I don't always fancy big phones, big this, except that big phone will be used for big thing in my business. That's all. So, yeah, exactly. But people buy big phones just to, let's say, show
social
off.
status.
Show off. But if you can use big phone and you are making something off it, it's very, very good. Many people spend 4 hours on the internet just to follow the latest trend, to check jokes, to check comedy. And whereas they are losing some things to the internet because they are burning their data, they are using their time.
That means they can be creators,
but some people,
consumers.
Exactly, some people are at the back end making the money off them. So my advice to them is that they can just look inward to leverage on anything they are doing. I will talk about how anybody can leverage on digital skills, even if they can't enter it, if they can't be main techpreneur.
100%.
So, but how they can also leverage on it to boost their business, type of any business they are doing. Even if they are lecturer, they can leverage on it too. So,
let's go.
The fourth one I have. Okay, I'm talking about graphics designing.
Yes.
So this graphic design, there are now some apps or some website that you can just leverage to design a very beautiful graphics, and you'll be paid on it. So last week I wanted to design the graphics. The guy was my junior back then in school, but he told me that because of our relationship, the last amount you can charge me for a graphics is 5,000 naira. I told him, guy, I know how to use, I know how to use Canva. I will design it on my own. I design the graphics on my own. So imagine 5,000 naira just for a graphics. What if you can design just 2 graphics a day? I don't want to go to 5.
Naira.
I don't want to go to 5 graphics. It's possible to. He can, at most, if he's an expert, the highest amount he can spend on the graphics, on a simple graphics flyer, what we do is, let's say 2 hours, 3 hours. And he has the time to design like 5 of that in a day. So, but let's say he just started. So, I don't want to be mentioning some ridiculous this thing. So, let's just say we can only do 2 a day. 2 a day consistently. And he can only get 2 for the next 5 working days. It's okay. The guy's now is a graduate from Unilorin from the same department as I am. So then some people, you don't even have to have a laptop. If you say laptop is expensive, things and that, no, use your mobile phone. Canva is there. Download Canva. Go to YouTube's. Buy some courses. So there's some. So you may not find that if you didn't get anybody to teach you, or you can't afford the money to pay. So go to YouTube's. There are some free courses. Everybody started off from YouTube. My first advertisement I ran then as a digital, I was serving in Kaduna. I watched Kevin at YouTube. So from A to Z of this thing, and I ran my advert. It was successful. To nobody, I couldn't say anything to. I went there and I watched it. So resources are there. At least for the preliminary stage, you can be working with that. When some resources start to happen, you can now be upgraded to buy more and more courses. So, but the will to do that, we want to acquire everything. Have a new laptop, a new phone. We want to have a router before. No, you don't necessarily have to do that. Your mobile phone is okay. What is can happen? You don't have to be iPhone, Android. You don't have to be big Android. Is it okay? Can it go well with the internet? Then boost your passion. One of my mentors, Elisha Mama in Kaduna, used to say something. He said, it is not what we don't have that limits us. It is what we have, but we don't know how to use it. So the little we have, our Nokia, this thing, just make it, then it will come. It will come. So I bought a second-hand laptop while I was starting. And so one of my female friends then, so borrowed me every entire amount of money she has then. We are both coppers, but I don't know what I do with, but my money is on buying courses. But she borrowed me savings to buy the first second-hand laptop, and I used the laptop for 2 years. Second-hand laptop, the laptop was about to die with the owner, but I bought it and I used it for 2 years. So you don't even have the time to change or to change
because you now have something on it that you can't quickly change it.
Even if I'm just thinking, maybe this thing is working. Priority to change laptop should not come now, so maybe later.
So there's something about moral and principle too that comes to read.
For a businessman, once you have the skills, you work more on personal development. Once you have the skill, acquire the skills, you now work on your mindset, on your leadership, or your personal development in general, more than the skills. Because that will make you, that's the thing that will make you to be in the front row in the industry.
Great. Because
no matter the knowledge you have, if you don't show it, if you don't let people know, how can you show things? People come to your comment, you post an article about this, right? People just say, people can give you a bad comment, and that can demoralize you. How can you manage such a situation?
So personal development is key.
Let's
go forward. we are running. We're going to 10. Let's go to 5.
So I think I'm done. That's about graphic designing.
Yeah. So let me try and be a good student. First one, copywriting. Second, e-commerce. Third, information marketing. Fourth one is graphics design. Number 5.
The number 5 is the network marketing. There's a misconception about I'm going to clear.
Okay.
Network marketing. So the network marketing means now you don't have to own something to sell. As I said, talk about your ebook. You own it. It's your intellectual property.
Created it.
But you can also sell other people ebook. You don't have to. For the time it will take you to say, I want to do this. I want to do that. Why don't you spend such a time to hone your marketing skills, your selling skills? Just get people products you sell to be on commission level. So maybe 50-50 or maybe 60-40, but at least you'll be well paid. So you don't need to say, I want to be disturbing my brain or to say that, to do that. So there are products available for you to sell. It just means, how will you be able to sell it? That is how you hone it. And somebody sell, the highest skills anyone can have is the ability to sell. So if you know how to sell well, you can never be poor again. Someone sell, this is a very notable quote in the digital space. It's a very notable. Even if you are not a sales expert, for every business you are doing, you have to sell yourself. If you're a contractor, you have to bid for contract, to sell yourself to the government before you can win. So sales comes everywhere. So for a politician, you sell yourself to the people before they can vote you in. So said the highest skills anybody can have is the ability to sell. So, but the way you sell is not what matters. And what you do with the selling skills, what matters.
So network marketing now.
So network marketing now, you get people products, you sell for them. So And then it can come in various form. It may be people do a courses you sell for them, or people have a product like health product, you now sell for them. They will give you part of the cost. When you make a sale, maybe if you make a sale of 1,000 naira for it can be 1,000 naira anyway. But for instance, 1,000 naira, maybe 400 naira or 500 naira is your whole. It's only between 40% or 50%. So depending on the ratio, and you'll be paid. Once you make a sales gram, you will know that you made a sales, and there's a way it's being done, no cheating. You will always know it's a transparent level. So the network marketing is there. You can leverage on the internet to do network marketing, and there are some companies that you only bring members for them. You'll be paid. Maybe the member you bring will pay 100,000, let's say 20,000, let's say 10,000 naira to join the company. Part of the 10,000 naira, 4,000 naira is your own. It's not about only selling, just to revamp membership, to make sure that people join a particular organization. And all these things are always verified. They are always legit. So they are always network marketing. So I don't those things I'm telling you are things I've practiced or I have a good experience about. So I do network marketing. So I sell the products, revamp people and the likes, and it has been a wonderful experience for me. So for me, one company I worked for is Pure. It's in Ikeja, so I bring members for them and I sell their product because I gave my parents their product and I use their products too. So that's one of the network marketing. And apart from that, it may not only be that, if you are very good in because selling also has niche. So some people are only good in selling digital, products. Courses. Some people are only good in physical products. While some are only good in selling landed properties. That's what they sell on the internet. So you can sell everything, but the more you focus on one thing, the more you be good at it.
Become better. So
the money you make in your courses is the more you make in real estate. So why going all around? Focus on your skill more and more. So then some people sell landed properties on the internet. What they sell is landed properties. Just walk up to a real estate company, tell them I'm this, I'm that. Oh, can you make it for us? We don't even want you to be coming to office. They will tell you, okay, maybe they will give you everything you want to maybe
all the necessary information.
But if you make a sales, yes sir,
once money gets into
just give them.
account.
Yes, somebody is coming for inspection tomorrow. We'll be going for science inspection. They will make. You don't even have to take somebody to. The person shall come through you. The person wants to, and he made payment through you. Forget it, you'll be paid. There are some companies like that in Ireland, whereby if you make sales, I think they're being paid every Fridays. Real estate company. I have a friend there that is doing very, very well. It became
So why are you complaining? Is it that you talked about information? Is it that we don't know about?
If you see, I've been hammering on something. If you can, I said the passion and ability to take action. That's been considering what I've been saying now.
Young people are actually wondering about their devices, and
some people don't know what to do. Some people know what to do. Some people don't know what to do, right? It's very common. No, we can't be blamed for what we don't know. But some know, but they just think, no, I don't think I can do it. You want it to be more softer, more easier. So, and nothing, so what I believe like things is always harder than it appears or easier than it appears. But let me give it a try.
Let's go to number 6, Ganiyu.
So that's it about the real estate. So the 6th one, okay.
That's network marketing.
About network marketing, we also have affiliate marketing.
Affiliate
marketing.
Okay.
Affiliate marketing is that these people you are selling for them, you sell their courses. It's majorly courses you sell. So you join their platform, online platform, you register with them, then you will be selling things for them. It may be in Nigeria, it may be outside Nigeria. So as a Nigerian, one of our mentors or one of our forerunners in this industry, his name is Tony Omotosho. He has a platform called Expertney, whereby you join, and if you make sales, you'll be paid. I think they are paid. I was once a member, so they are being paid every Friday. And now I think
young people can get on that.
Nobody cares. Some people are selling on WhatsApp. Do you know that some people are making millions on WhatsApp? That was same WhatsApp people spend time to chat, but how to do it is a problem. So you sell for like Tony Omotosho gave out the car last year, I think November or December last year. He said if somebody can make, anybody, they has thousands of members, they can make at least 150 sales within a particular time. And a young guy just joined, make 150 sales, and was given Toyota Corolla like that. He was given the car. I don't know what he'll be giving out this year, but it happened just to boost people morale.
So that young people can get
the guy that sells, assuming he's making 10,000 naira off one sales, for him to make 150 sales, that's money apart. So, and for him to be given a car, that one sales apart, that's a boost. The guy is the name of the guy is Bruno, because I used to watch people that are doing well. I watch their thing to get motivated. So the guy just joined the platform. He never even make any advertisement.
Let's go to number 6.
So
I
that's
really want to
about
get to
affiliate,
10 today.
So affiliate marketing, and there are some international like we have JVZoo, then we also have the likes of Warrior Plus, whereby the international you sell for the Oyimbos. You are in Nigeria, but you sell for the Oyimbo people, and they will buy.
With your
from
same
you.
mobile phone that you have.
Same mobile phone, same laptop.
Let's go forward.
So
number 6.
The sixth one here is all called the digital agency. Digital agency, like what Mrs. IT
said.
just mentioned. So, like some of these skills, you can just own an, or let's say a company that will be rendering some services to people. Some people, they can employ a particular network advertisement, a person for personnel for them to be, but they can, if they need, they can walk up to a digital marketing company or digital marketing
so like
agency.
an outsourced partner.
Outsource, you just go and meet them. I want to do this, I want to do that. Some banks now, banks rely heavily on digital agencies for their application, for their website, for this and that.
So they don't need to have a desk in the bank that is running all those things.
They just go and outsource. Because one thing about outsourcing is that it won't consume your time. So it saves you some money.
It allows you to focus on the primary business.
It saves you money because focusing on your own thing, you make more money from it. And the person that will do that for you as a part-time this thing, you just pay him some amount of money. He has so many clients, so he won't want to charge you high. So on and on like that. It's a win-win situation. So they do that. You have a digital agency. Some people come and meet you. Run advertisements for people. You help some people to create their website, to maintain their website, and they will be paying you on, let's say, monthly basis. It's mostly on monthly basis. So if you own a digital marketing agency, it will be paid monthly basis. So some of our mentors or some of our foreigners in the same industry, because they know the way around Nigerian digital. They know the way they can tweak Nigerian marketing space with their digital skills. They now hold the digital agencies, and companies come from the European company that landed in Nigeria, and they need someone who is good in that. They just walk up to them. So, and they are being paid.
Imagine being paid in foreign currency.
And
interesting fact. Let's go to point 7. I'm really taking you. I want us to hit 10 so I can ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the seventh is what we call the coding software skills.
Coding. You're going higher now.
I'm going higher. So coding. So I don't know how to code. I don't know how to program. Though I create websites personally for myself, but so there are some people that are programmers. So this is not something that's very easy for. It's a skill is learnable, not to be committed. People do that. You learn the coding programming language, then you'll be employed, or you can work on your own, depending on how you have it. And they are being highly paid. They are being highly paid.
Programmers.
Because the programmers, they are being highly paid. So
are they the ones that does app development?
They do that too. Do that. Application, games, or several things. So just digitals. They code it at the back end, so for you to see a fine structure in the front end. And now the world is now very easy for some of us, for the entrepreneurs. Now you don't have to you may not necessarily be a programmer for you to create a website. There are some software that they are just drag and drop. You just see, I want to drag this there. You drag it, you do it until you have a complete website. So there's some software like that. So that will save you the stress of coding or hiring a programmer. There's a huge market for programmers in the industry, wood market. But likewise, if you think you want to do is something that is not so big enough, you can leverage on some tools that have simplified.
Okay, so those tools is it what you will call open source?
We call them. Some are plugins, some are softwares. So depending on what you want to use them for, you use some to design to design a website, like Inside Builder, Elementor, Stripe Architect, anything. You use which to design with. So
those tools are available.
So if you want to, they're available. Some are free, and some are paid. So many of them are free, many of them are paid. So they are available for everything you want to do.
Interesting.
So that's the skills about the
coding
and
programming.
So then the eighth one we have is it's what they call the cryptocurrency. So one of the things I like about this is just that it makes you to earn in foreign currency. If you know how to do it, you earn in foreign this thing. One of somebody I just attended his training. His name is Chris Annie. So he's a well-known digital guy. He's wanting to be doing something, and he's wanting to be identified with what you do and stand tall that no, this is where I make my living, and you can represent everywhere. So this guy has been in the cryptocurrency space for a while now. He now owns a school where he trains people. So there are several ways you can earn from cryptocurrency. Many of us believe that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency, but there are several distinct. If you can't invest in Bitcoin because it's too expensive, there are some that they are similar to Bitcoin. So, but they are as competitive because they also keep on increasing in values. You may say Bitcoin has so increased. If I know, I should have been there in the next 10 years. But there's some new coins that are just very similar, like a parent coin. So they develop the way, it grows the way Bitcoin is growing. You can also invest in that. But how will you be able to identify that? How will you be able to know if you are making money or losing money to it? Because sometimes it's not about what people are doing. Everybody just buying cryptocurrency. No. Warren Buffett said something that when people are selling, you should buy, and when people are buying, you should sell. So that's a particular secret to business. So when people are not doing something, that's when you should be doing it. And when people are there, the market is saturated. Just cast off your eyes. So, but cryptocurrency is a huge market. So I know some people that they buy, they sell, and how will you be able to identify fraud so that you won't be scammed? So that is why anything, from what I've seen during from my little experiences in the entrepreneurial space, I usually advise people anything they want to do, they should look for someone who is proud to be in the business, who is doing well in the business, and who has the authority and the authenticity in that same business. Not that I just add the guy. No, you lose your money, you waste your time, and you'll be heartbroken. So that's why I'm mentioning some names. So look for people that are doing well in this business. They can stand. So they won't just give you flood. They won't collect your money and run. When I was starting out my career, somebody said I should pay him some money. As a copper, I paid him money. He said that all I need to start online marketing is just my mobile phone. I know something was wrong, but I couldn't come out until he was giving me ebooks to be reading on and on, 100 pages, 200 pages of ebooks. I never priced anything until I had to jump bars. People used to say, okay. so it happens. People that are doing well in the business, they have authenticity. They have you yourself, you will have known. If you say them, you will have known. Because they put their presence everywhere. Is it on Instagram? Is it on Facebook? Is it on YouTube? So cryptocurrency, don't just say, I have the interest, I want to start, I have the money. No. Find people that are doing well in it.
Okay, Ganiyu, let's go to the next one.
Responsible. So the ninth one, people call it
about less than 3 minutes.
They talk about forex.
Okay, forex.
So there is a myth and misconception about forex that people are losing money to forex, this and that, this and that, this and this. Just as network marketing. So one of the ways to know the rule of the game is that as a network marketer, let's say a company just comes to Nigeria, they bring their products. Any company you are joining that they didn't have a product to sell, they didn't have a product. They are just telling you that they bring this thing in some 10 years or 1 week or one. No, that's one of the signs of scammers. They will give you something that's like a ridiculous high amount of
interest,
ROI, return on investment.
Yeah, return on investment.
But is there any product you are trading? If it's just some company, they will give you more. They will give you product to sell. Let's say health products in return, but you also collect commission on this thing. At least you can see your product. So if there is no product, if there is any cost, but they will just arrange that thing that you yourself you will know that something is wrong. But for you to question it will be a problem.
Because it's too juicy.
It's too juicy. Same thing as forex. So if I didn't do forex, but I have friends that are doing very, very well in it. Despite this, people are losing money. People are doing that. So one of the ways I know that people fall for this forex issue is that they will say they give somebody money to use for this thing, to use to trade. That's a common term. No, don't do that. So if you want to give somebody money to trade, it's money that you know you can part with. And the most advantageous thing is that why don't you learn it yourself and trade by yourself? If you can work so hard to make money, so you just lose it just like that. So forex is a very, very good. People are making money. Some people make money by trading on forex. You trade forex, you download, you learn, they give you signals. Some people make money by training other people on it. Because all the skills I just mentioned now, if you train money, they are trainable. You always make. Some people say they have the skills. They at the later stage they train. Okay. If they want to retire.
Idris, I want to say point 10. Then we'll come back.
Okay. I think that's the ninth one, Abby. Okay. The 10th one is let me go for artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. So, just do like 60 seconds on that.
So this one I'm going for artificial intelligence is that now we as I said earlier, we want comfort more than every other thing. We want to be comfortable. Now there are some things that in order for us to do it, we can just automate it. Like
is it the same thing with robotics?
They are related. No, robotics require building a machine.
Okay.
Related robots, machine will be involved. But artificial intelligence, just have to set it up in form of a automation. When you say hi, you can say hi, good morning, how are you? You don't need to be typing. Everything will be automated. Okay, so, great. But it comes in various forms. So artificial intelligence, like artificial intelligence has gone to a particular we have to a particular form whereby now you can, some people can be replying to your message. Just have to code it to this. Like now, if you put a particular language on Facebook or something like that, so there's a part where you can see translation. Like Hausa, you see Korea, at least
yes, the Arabic languages.
So that's how far it has gone.
Okay.
Like I watched some videos about in 2019 whereby Google say you'll be bringing in a particular app on his this thing whereby you can schedule appointments with your salon, with your mechanic. You don't have to do that. The machine will speak to your this thing on your behalf, just as if you are going to do that. Just tell by 10 a.m. tomorrow we'll do that. It will call the person. You say, like it will even give the same way you smile now. It will smile like that. It will joke with it. So how did they get to this level of
simulation?
Because one thing is just that the way the digital space is going, you won't believe that when something later happens, you think, I think this thing is going supernatural. You were thinking it's going supernatural.
Idris, I wish we have all day, but this has been very, very educative. What you said, I will just pick up on the artificial intelligence parts. If you observe, when you use your mobile device, your Android very well,
yes,
at the point, before you type, you just see something, it's right.
Suggestion.
Now, suggestion is one, but I've observed not touching the screen, but it actually responded. So it's getting to that point. I think young people need to open their mind very, very wide to see that the opportunities are enormous. We can't thank you enough because we know that at the time, my producer just gave me a signal, hey, Chris, sign off. But I'll just do you this one good. Just leave us your IG and Facebook addresses on this.
Okay, my name is Ganiyu Idris. Same thing as my Facebook name, Ganiyu Idris Adedayo. So that's my Facebook name. Then on my Instagram name, that is Ganiyu Idris Adedayo, same thing. And on my Twitter, I use Twitter very well. That is GIEO1, Ganiyu Idris. So once you are on my Facebook profile, I've connected every other thing to it. You'll see my
link up.
order. You can always link up on it. So you can link up on
Idris, thank you very much for joining us on U-45 today. Personally, I've learned, and it means I can transfer. Plus, and I'm very, very trainable, courtesy our guest in the studio today, who actually looked at 10 digital skills for young people amidst the unemployment issues we have. We're going to be having him in a time not too far as we look at more intricate. Maybe we'll pick just 2 out of the 10 he has shared, dissect it, and of course, young people can get involved and take up those skills and move forward in 2021. To our entire viewers, we want to say thank you for being part of it, and of course, my producer and the leadership of SuperScreen. Many thanks for doing this. Let's do another one tomorrow, but for now, don't touch it. It's the TBT here on SuperScreen, and the kind of music you're going to get after now is going to wow you. We're going to be taking you back a little bit, even though we want you to progress. It's bye for now.